Hey guys, it's Ashley. So today I'm going to be doing my top 13 books of 2013. So for 2013, this reading year has been really good for me. It's been like the first year I've been on booktube, so woo! I read a lot of books in 2013, not like a lot by most people's standards, but the most I've probably ever read. Um, this year and the years previous, I've really gone back into like reading like a hardcore reading. And so I just got back from my vacation, and it was 14 days in Arizona. And when I came back home, it's like 30 degrees. And so I was like, no, I just came from 70-degree weather. Now I'm in the 30s. Woo! Okay, so let's get started. So my first book of all time is Allegiant by Veronica Roth, and this is one of my favorite books. I love this book so much. I was kind of sad about the ending, but I already did a review on this, so if you've already read it or you would like to read it, check out my review. And the next book that I have, number 2, is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And I know this book did not come out in 2013, but I read it in 2013. And this is probably my second favorite books of all time. Like, it was just a great story. I loved it so much. I am so excited for the movie to come out. I will probably be the first person in line to get tickets. I'm like super excited. I love it so much. I just like sticky notes, my favorite quotes. I highlighted in this book. Usually I do not highlight, but I bought a separate copy. Just so I can highlight it. So yeah. And then the third book I have is United We Spy by Ally Carter. And I recently just finished this book, and I may do a review on it sometime in the coming months. But I really enjoyed this book. It was a great end to the series. I think this book summed up like all the other books. Because I know the last book I hated. This book, it did justice. I loved it so much, and it was a great book to end the series. I'm really sad it's over. I wish they would make more books, but it was a good way to end the series. And the next book I have is Also Known As by Robin Benwick, and I actually don't have the book with me because I read it at the library, or I read it on my Nook, but it's in the room. I don't want to get it. And then the fifth book I have is Ruby Red by Kirsten Geyer, and I love this book. I know the third one just came out, Emerald Green, and I actually didn't really like that one. Like, I loved Ruby Red, and Saffron Blue was like, and Emerald Green was just like boring. So yeah, Ruby Red is it's pretty close up in one of my favorite books I read. And the next book is Animal Farm by George Orwell, and that's a classic. And I really love the topic. I really like the political satire of the Soviet Union. I thought it was really interesting in the USSR. Basically the same thing. But I really enjoyed all of the like funny humor. And then I'm gonna be reading Brave New World soon, so hopefully it lives up to that standard. The next book I have on my list is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. And I like this book. It was really light and funny, and it was just a good book to read after. It was a feel-good book, so like it wasn't like a heavy topic or anything like that. It was just a really good book, and it was really good paced. I really liked the character development, all that kind of stuff. And the next book I have on the list is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. And I really got on late with the Harry Potter train. I was born. Harry Potter was like, it wasn't really big in my generation. It was more big during my sister's generation. A lot of people who I know read it when it first came out, who were in my grade. But I really was not into reading when this book series came out. I didn't really like reading back then, mainly because I just started reading when these books came out. But I really enjoyed it. This is probably one of my favorites, The Goblet of Fire. This is good. This is probably one of the biggest books I've ever read. It's like 732 pages. This is like the biggest book I've ever read. Yeah. And then the next book we have on the list is Graceland by Kirsten Cashore. I actually don't have a physical copy of it. But it was one of my favorites. I really love the series. I also have the same thing as Emma Green. I didn't like the sequels much, and I definitely did not like the last book in the series. It was just like boring. Like, I don't care. I will post a review on that book later because it's a really interesting topic to get into. And then the next book we have for number 9 is A Spy in the House by Y.S. Lee. And this book is like a historical fiction book, like mystery. And it was really good. I read this book, like the very first day of school I read it because I want to check out my new library. Woo! It was really good. I will be reading more, it's a series, I think, of books. I'll be reading more of those, by Y.S. Lee. And it was really good. I think this was like one of her first books, and it was like, what, this is your first book? Like, you need to write more books. The writing style was really good, and she did a good job of writing. And then number 10 on my 13 list is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. And I'm in AP English, so we read a lot of books, and a lot of these books are terrible, like they're like garbage, like I hate them. But this is probably like the only English book that I've ever had to read that I've liked since like 6th grade. Yay! And it wasn't about the Holocaust, thank the Lord Almighty! Because since in my district, all I read about is books of the Holocaust. Like, I know, it's that thing. Let's get on with it. Yeah. So I was very excited for this book. It was a really good book. I really liked it. And my favorite quote is, "You can shoot all the blue jays you want if you can't hit them. But remember, it's a sin to kill a mockingbird." So it's a really good book. And then number 11 on my list is The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and they're actually making a movie of this book. I really liked it, and I also had the same thing I had with Grace Ling and Emma Green. I did not like the sequel and the finishing book. I just got stuck, and my sister's like, "Oh, there's more stuff coming," but I just did not like the second book. I actually owned it. I just did not like the Torch Trials. I owned it, but just could not get past it. And number 12 on the list is number 13 actually. Sorry, is Starfleet Academy. Star Trek Academy is a really confusing name. The Assassination Game, and I really like this book. I also got it at my school library. But it was a really good book. I'm actually reading the first book in the series. I didn't know it was a series. So the Assassination Game is actually the third book in the series. So I'm reading the first book now. But the third book was really good. It was really good. Like, the pacing was really good. The action was really good. I really liked that. And that is it for my top 13 books of 2013.